Okay, champ, it's all right. All right, you're going to have to leave. No, you're going to get too rambunctious. Let's go. Come on. Come on before you knock the camera down. All right, I'm still here. We're live. Got a, had to put Champ out. He's a little excited. I was petting him earlier, and once you pet him, it takes him a while to calm back down. Anyways, he thinks he needs to be petted all the time now. So, if you didn't see the description, it's mail call. Double mail call. I've already opened them both up because I've done this a time or two. But anyways, got a big thank you going out to Tin Man, and I see he's in the side chat. So I got yours right here. We'll open it up together. MCK sent me one, and when did he send this? I don't know. I got it just the other day. So anyways, I was going to do a thank you video and an opening of his last night, and some stuff came up. I didn't get it done. So when Tin Man showed up in the mail today, I thought, well, here's what I'll do. I'll do them both at the same time. So I've already opened up Mark, or MCK. He's got a reloading channel and cast his own bullets, reloads, tinkers with guns. I've been following MCK for quite a while. But anyways, we were all in a chat one night, and they realized I had a 300 blackout. And I now have a can for it so I can shoot suppressed. And they wanted to send me some bullets. So Mark is the one I got first. And he sent a note that said, here's something to help you open the box, but I couldn't figure out how to do that. So Mark sent me something really cool. How about that, huh? A knife, a deer antlered knife, small one, perfect. Look at that, huh? So anyways, that's in there. Made the sheath, made the knife, and it's sharp. And that's how I opened Tin Man's. No problem cutting through that. I mean, you want to talk about a squirrel skinner. Look at that, huh? And just, perfect fit in your hand. And see, I could shear it up right there. So anyways, he sent me that, and then this is what we'd originally talked about was bullets, 30 caliber bullets for 300 blackout. He sent me some that were ungas checked, and then some that were gas checked. Here. And so these are modified, minus the lube grooves. They're an accurate mold, a 31-150. But it's a flat-nosed, gas-checked projectile. And I thought I'd just grab my scale. I don't see my scale. Well, where did that run off to? I'm puzzled. I mean, I'm really, really puzzled. That sits right there. Huh. Okay. Man, that's going to bother me. I'm not going to be able to function until I figure out where my scale went. I must have measured something with it somewhere else because I do not see it for the life of me. So, MCK sent me these that are already gas checked and about 3 times that many that aren't gas checked, but he also sent me gas checks. And I have a sizer for 309, and I can put those on myself. So, thank you, Mark. I really appreciate it. The knife was a real shocker. I knew you were sending me some bullets, but man, that's cool. Anytime somebody makes something like bullets, these bullets are hand cast and powder coated by him. But anytime somebody makes you something like that, that's cool. Really cool. So if you've never went over and checked out MCK's channel, do it. Tin Man. Tin Man also has a reloading channel, does a lot of shooting, reloading, casting bullets, experiments with coatings for them. He sent me 2 different packages of bullets. These are 358, size to 358. This is a Lee 358 140 semi-wad cutter. These kind of look like superhero bullets. They're red and blue. They kind of have that red and superhero colored look. See those right there? Look at there. That's some hard cast bullets. Those will shoot in a 38 357. Then in here, he sent me RCBS 7.62. These are 130 grain, size to 309.5. Oh, yeah. Cool looking bullets too. These would be awesome in the 300 blackout. Here, I'll give you the blue and the purple. Check it out. Right there. 130 grain. That would be great for I don't know if you can see it. Not as cast. And some of you'll get that, some of you won't. I'm glad they're not. So there you go. Thanks, man. I tell you, I'm so blessed. I don't have a lot of things in the world, but one thing I do have is good friends. And I've never met Tin Man face to face, and I've never met Mark face to face. One of these days, if we all live long enough, I'm sure we will. But I just want to open them up and thank them. And you mentioned that you got something, and then next thing you know, people are sending you bullets to load for it, and I appreciate it. So let me run down this side chat real quick. It's not going to be a long live stream. I know Tin Man is here. So's Rebel 67 Rebel SST. He sent me some tomato seeds 2 or 3 years ago. Let's see. You got any questions, comments, anything? Now would be the time to put them in there. Are you on Gab yet, preacher? I am, AD. I believe my name is Pastor Harold on Gab. I'm also on MeWe, Pastor Harold as well. So if you want to follow along there. Did you check under the toilet? Honest to goodness, I know I moved that, and I just don't know where I put it, and it's going to bother me. It's right there. I put everything in this blue box instead of my normal clear box. I remember doing that. All right, let's weigh them up. The Lee bullets. These are the 38 Special 357. That one's 124 grains. It's just slowly counting down. 125 grains. So we'd call those 125 grain cast bullets. He told me those are 130s. Let's weigh these with the gas checks on them. Mark sent me enough to get me started before I have to size and check them. That's 122 grains. Let's try another one. 123 grains. So anyways, perfect for the blackout, perfect for turtle plinking, anything like that. So I can't wait to get those loaded. I've got a busy week this week. I've had a busy week last week, but next week things are shaping up where I'll be doing some reloading. So these came in just in time. Let's see here. In the kitchen for your chili video. Yeah, I was weighing some stuff for that. I think I weighed the meat for that because I wanted about 2 pounds. Anyways, I've got better scales in there. For bigger stuff, Let's see here. Anything else you want to say before we jump off? 10 Man has a channel. Rest of the comments wasn't accurate. That's funny. In the woods could be. Let's see here. What do we got left? Those should be around 142, preacher. Your scale might be a tad off. Or maybe I'm dyslexic. It was acting funny when I turned it on, believe it or not. I just dropped the bullet on there. Yeah, my scale's off. The home geek might finally be frying out. Well, I'm glad we figured this out right now. I'll have to get out the I think the scale's from, yeah. Yeah, I think the battery's going low. It's all over the place. Disregard everything I said about bullet weights. I found my scale just in time to figure out the battery's going dead in it. All right. Now, MCK, you're not late. I've been bragging on you. I showed everybody your super cool knife, and I've showed everybody the bullets. The only problem was I put my scale in a new container, and I was worried I lost it, and then I realized the battery's going dead in it. So I'll have to get the Frankfurt Arsenal out, or worst case scenario. Oh, have to dust this thing off right here. How about that? I couldn't tell you the last time I did this. Right on the money. All right. So you didn't miss nothing. It's going to be a short live anyways, MCK. I was just bragging on you, being so good and generous to me and what great friends I have. Do you have a self-calibration mode? I have some weights over there I can check it by. That's a digital scale. And when I set the weight down on it, it rang up like 124 and just sat there. Then when I put another bullet on there, it said 165, 164, 160, and it was just counting down like and never really stopped counting down. So I knew something was going on there. Anyways, all right, what do we got here? Unacceptable. Does have good thing you went weighing powder. Yeah, no kidding. Well, I would have figured it out because it wasn't acting right. And I just wasn't wanting to waste a lot of time staring at a scale while y'all was staring at me. Alexander Total, NOK $10. Is that like a super chat? If it is, thank you very much. I've never had one of those before, but that's pretty cool. In the past my bedtime here. All right, Wayne, thanks for stopping by. I'll catch the rerun. Like, man, you didn't miss nothing, but we'll watch for a few. Yeah, I'm not going past 30. I'm probably not going to go past 20 minutes, but it's 14 minutes. But we were talking about bullets, and here's the great thing about YouTube. You make friends all over the world, and you learn about them, even though you've never met them, just like Wayne. I watch Wayne fish down there in, I think, South Texas is where he's at. Anyways, I watch him fish around down there. I keep up with him, even though I've never met him, even know who he is. Same way with 10 Man, same way with MCK. I watch your videos. I see what's going on. And even though we've never met, I feel like I know you guys. So I I send a lot of gifts out, and I get a lot of gifts back, and that's just part of. I guess that's probably my favorite thing on YouTube. I've said it all along. It's not making videos. It's interacting with the people that watch your videos. That's what I enjoy about it. I know a lot of the bigger channels, they just can't physically respond to all the comments. And I don't ever want to get that big. I mean, I guess you're really not in control of that. If enough people watch you, you're going to get that big whether you want to be or not. But what I like about this is I know who's watching. We interact. We comment back and forth. That's what I like. I like knowing who I like knowing who's watching, and I like watching other people. I appreciate the gifts that people send me. I mean, there's no way I can repay everybody for the stuff that's been sent to me, but I try to send you something in return that's at least personal, something I've made. And I enjoy getting together, and I always enjoy meeting people from YouTube if I ever have the opportunity in person. So I can't believe 1 of 15 watching. Can't believe 1 of 15. You can't believe you're 1 of 15 watching. This is really nothing. Alexander Total. I don't know why that's blue unless he sent me $10. Is it okay? Not okay? I don't know what that means. Anyways, I appreciate your comment, though. It's cheers, man. Everybody knows your name. That's right. I bet if we were to list, there's 19 watching. I bet if we all 19 commented there just in the side and we could see their names, I bet I would recognize a lot of them because they've commented on the channel before. And I bet I've watched a lot of their videos too. Yeah, that's the great thing about YouTube is it's not the liberal ideologies and the restrictions and the strikes and the this ain't acceptable to our community guidelines. All that kind of stuff is the bad side of YouTube. The good side is the people you've come in contact with. I mean, back in the summer, I drove all the way to Utah and hung out with Uncle Jim and for a day and made a lot of other stops along the way. But I mean, I would have never known Jim any other way than this. Year before last, I drove to Virginia, and on my way back, I swung down into Georgia to meet Georgia Boy 44 and spent half a day visiting with him. And I love to finally, meet people. Ozark Spirit and I have met, and then I've met Loads of Bacon. We all hunted in Texas for a while, and he had a little emergency come up and had to go home. But I just enjoy seeing people on YouTube, and then befriending them, having the same interest, and then eventually you end up sooner or later here. I like to travel. I like to get around. Part of the thing I hate the most about COVID is that everything's shut down. I like getting out and seeing the country, and when I do, I try to meet up with people that I have some kind of idea from YouTube. I tried to meet up with Hunting with Hadaway about this time last year, but it just didn't work out. We were about 2 hours apart and couldn't work it out. But anyways, Amor, we're blessed to be able to watch you show and learn a few things along the trip. Yeah, I'm not really an expert at anything, but I like bringing y'all along. How did the chili turn out? My chili was average in the pack. There were 13 pots of chili, and I was like 5 or 6 in the vote count. My wife was tied for third, and everybody had votes. So I had a lot of people go, well, yours was my second favorite. And I'm like, yeah, sure it was. Second place, first loser, right? No. But no, I did. I made a good pot of chili, but the guy that won it, he said he used deer meat. And old John, he did have deer meat in it, but he ground his deer meat with bacon and brisket. And you get enough bacon and brisket with your deer meat, it really don't taste like deer meat no more. So Anyways, I was kind of middle of the pack. I didn't really count the votes actually, but there was a lot of us right there with the same number. About, I don't remember what we had, 5 to 7 votes or something like that. And the winner, I think, ended up, John had 13. Second place had 12. We probably should have had a runoff because there was a lot of people and the votes were spread out, you know. So, anyways, thanks for the heads up on the Haas seeds. Yeah, you guys, if you are gardening, you better try to find you some seeds. They're going to be shorties. They were pretty short last year. I'm not saying you can't get tomato seeds. I'm not saying you can't grow cucumbers. I'm saying you may not be able to grow the brand or the type of seed you've always had. You know, let's like my favorite cherry tomatoes, indigo cherry. You know, there may not be indigo cherry. People are buying stuff. More people are gardening now than ever have been gardening in recent years. And I think they're scared about the economy, the government, state of the country. So they've decided, you know, that they ought to have a little something growing in the backyard, and that's probably a good thing. So, and so therefore, people are watching YouTube to figure out how to garden. So we're getting a lot of gardening videos and views on gardening stuff. Sharing knowledge and components is the best part of YouTube. I agree with yeah. If I want to know how to do something, I just go to YouTube and type it in. Andy going fishing, Ozark Spirit. What's going on? Just bragging on Tin Man and MCK for sending me bullets from a blackout and from a 357, and MCK sent me a little handy dandy knife. I mean, check that out, man. That's pretty slick. So, anyways, all right. Cornbread, crackers, or Fritos with chili. Cornbread if it's not sweet, and then Fritos after that. I never was a fan of crackers with chili. Just wasn't my thing. One thing I do put in chili, I really like sour cream. I'm not a fan of putting cheddar in it, but I do like to put sour cream in my chili. Afterwards, I don't put it in for everybody else. I like to add it to the bowl. You are helping people relax. Very nice. Well, I've had a busy day, believe it or not. Of course, it's Wednesday. We always have Bible study at church on Wednesday nights, and so it's usually after church by the time the wife gets there. And wow, $20. I don't know how to say thank you to that. That blows me away. Just blows me away. Well, there's really nothing relaxing about me. I'm just talking, just rambling now, but there's 24 of you still interested. I guess we'll go for 30 minutes. We got 7 minutes left. You got a question or comment? I'm glad somebody asked about the chili because I've had several people asking. I meant to do an update, and I'm recording a podcast tomorrow, and I'm going to have to go to Conway to do it. Wade, the other pastor in the Patriot Pastors podcast, he and I do a podcast every other week, something like that. We try to do it once a week, once a week, every other week, something like that. Anyways, we usually do it over Zoom, but what we discovered was that we got to pay if we have 3 people on there. So he and I are going to interview a guy that's been nominated to be the next president of the Southern Baptist Convention. And Wade and I have a lot of respect for this guy, even though we're not in the Southern Baptist Convention per se. We don't really get involved in that. We do like the guy. His name is Mike Stone. So we're going to interview Mike. And the only way I could do a Zoom conference with him is to be with Wade, because the problem is when you can do a one-on-one Zoom meeting endless, but if you bring in a third person, you're limited to 40 minutes. And then you once you get limited to 40 minutes, that's as long as you can have. So if we were to contact Mike's in Georgia, we'd have just 40 minutes from the time we started the meeting to be off, and there'd be a chance we get kicked out right in the middle of our meeting. So I'm going to drive to Conway, and Wade and I'll share this laptop, and then we'll just have Mike on the other end for the podcast tomorrow. Like how to remove a rooster. Yep. Yep. Catch them mid-crow with a 22. Does a great job. Coleman Smith. Hey, Pops. Hey, son. I bet you don't even need to be watching the TV. You can hear me across the hallway. 45 minutes. No, man. It's after 10 here. It's 10:34 right now. I ain't going till 11. That last night was a long night for me. How's your church? Part of association or a convention? Okie Outdoors, we're Baptist, but we don't really do anything. I guess technically we're on paper would be in an association and a convention, but we don't support them. We don't send any money. We don't really have much to do with them. So, we just a Baptist church. We do our own missions. We actually operate a group for other pastors. We have a conference every year. So, Alex, hi from Rogers. Hey, hi from the River Valley. I'm just straight south of you. Enjoy your podcast. Very good. Thank you for doing this, man. You're welcome, Andy. Yeah, if you want to hear me talk politics, Patriot Pastors podcast. Wade and I talk about politics from a pastor's perspective. It ain't just politics. We talk about church, religious matters, different things, but we'll also give our take on COVID, Congress, different things like that. That's pretty much it. Speaking of rooster, how did that old rooster taste? I don't know. Didn't eat him. I had borrowed a preacher friend of mine's wood splitter that day, and I had about 5 ricks of wood to split. And by the time I got all that wood split and got that thing loaded up and back to him, the last thing I wanted to do was go clean a rooster. So we did not eat him. Plus, I don't think he would have been that good. I would have really had to slow cook him. How do I find the podcast? Amore, anywhere you find podcasts. We're on Spotify, iTunes, Apple, whatever. Google Play, Podbean. You can go to Facebook if you're on Facebook and type in Patriot Pastors Podcast. We usually upload it there. Oh, you can listen on YouTube. We have a YouTube channel, Patriot Pastors Podcast, and you could find it there. Of course, it's just audio on the YouTube, but any of those places would be a way to do it. So we'll be meeting with Mike via Zoom tomorrow. Mike Stone. That podcast should be up tomorrow afternoon, evening, something like that. That'll be the latest. Do you have any advice for handling mites with chickens? No personal experience, Alex. I do know Dalmatius Earthworks, and I do know chickens like Dustin. You might put in a dust bath for them, and that diatomaceous earth should take care of your mites. Crazy echo. I bet there is, son. My voice carries too. So I don't have to be loud. I just got a natural voice that they can hear throughout the house. So it's 11:34 here. You must be on the East Coast. It's on YouTube. You're right, Andy. All right, guys, that's 28 minutes down. Last chance. If you got a comment, a question, a smart remark, keep it clean. Now'd be the time. Twisted Time. Thanks for stopping by. Because I'm going to shut her down at 30 minutes because I don't want, if I make a long live, nobody will watch it later. And I want people to know that I'm thankful to Tin Man and MCK for sending me cool stuff like a knife and bullets. You can never have enough bullets. Especially in days like this, you can never have enough bullets. Tampa, Florida. Wow. That's way down there. That's way down there. I hadn't been to Florida, and, well, I was down there January of last year. I wanted to go back down there right around New Year's, and the wife didn't want to go anywhere. She wanted to stay home, so we didn't go. But I like going to the beach in the winter. There's nobody there. And it's pretty nice. So thanks, Tin Man, MKC. I mean MCK. Yeah, those guys were really, really nice. They heard me mention I had a 300 blackout. And then both of them just put together some bullet packages and got them in the mail. Now I got to get over here and get to reloading. I've also got Ozark Spirit mentioned. I've also got 6mm arc that I need to get started on. So I've got to get that stuff done first, and then I can move on to the rest of it. Load up some turtle poppers. You got that right. Good night. Good night, MCK. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. Go check out his channel. What is the Jerry Lewis Marathon? No, it's not the Jerry Lewis Marathon, but I'm telling you what, if I was raising donations, I would have to be impressed with what I received. You should check for voter fraud on that chili cook-off. Yeah, man, there were so many voter fraud jokes in our church when I was counting and taking up ballots. Of course, we do hand counting. I mean, you write it down on a piece of paper, what number of the pot of chili you like. But, man, I said, I'm going to go run these through the Dominion voting system. And then I come out and I said, well, we got more mail-in ballots, so we're going to pause counting till tomorrow, let you know who won next Sunday. All that kind of stuff. I mean, it was just constant. So good times. All right. Hey, we're past 30 minutes, and y'all's racking up the comments in the side chat. Thanks for the super chat earlier, whoever that Alexander Total. I just, man, you don't have to do that. That's just so nice of you. Ammo, TP, in your Bible. That's it. Tampa, I'm in November. It's fantastic. Yep, you're right. Next time you swing through, oh, I will. Now that I know you're there, yeah, I'll buy your lunch, pass through there and do that. Good night, preacher. You're absolutely welcome. The purple ones taste better than the blue ones. They all look pretty good to me. All right. Thank you guys for watching. I'm not doing 77 minutes. I'm getting off. It's 32 minutes and 10 seconds. You guys have a great evening. Thanks for staying up late. And remember the Lord while he may be found.